Hi foodies, let's get into this delicious chowder. So I'm going to start off with butter, and what I'm going to do is cook this shrimp. I just seasoned it with a little paprika, black pepper, and some all-purpose seasoning. So once it gets some color and it's thoroughly cooked, I'm just going to set these aside. If you prefer, you could dice these and then cook them up in the butter and set them aside. We're going to use them later. Now we're going to add some more ingredients. I have diced onion and then some green onion as well. This is going to add a lot of flavor to the chowder. Then we're going to go in with diced celery, and you could add some carrots if you want to. Just cook these until they are fragrant and they are softened a bit. The next thing we're going to add is some minced garlic. Go ahead and pour that in there and keep stirring that in until it is fragrant as well. Remember to set the shrimp aside because we're going to use those later. Right now I'll be adding some corn. This is frozen corn that was thawed. You can use fresh corn kernels or canned corn kernels if you prefer. The next thing I'm adding is some flour. So this is gonna form, kind of a roux to thicken up this soup. Remember that this is not a traditional Jamaican type of soup, okay? So we go about this differently. So stir that flour in for at least a minute to get out that starchy taste. Then add some chicken broth or vegetable broth, or if you have some seafood broth or stock, add that in there. You don't want to use water because you want the flavor from the broth. Next up is some coconut cream. I prefer to use coconut cream rather than just coconut milk because it's going to be richer and thicker. This is smelling so good at this point. I know you're going to be so happy with this, guys. Of course, a chowder is an American dish, but we're using some, Jamaican, flavors in this soup. So I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Next up, we're adding cubed potatoes, and that is a traditional addition to a chowder, but we're going in with a whole Scotch bonnet. Yes, this is how we're going to get that beautiful flavor that reminds you of Jamaican food, right? Then you can add some minced Scotch bonnet as well if you want to. We're going to go with some thyme and allspice berries as well. See, we're getting that Jamaican flavor. We have 1 bay leaf as well. And then you're going to add some all-purpose seasoning and paprika. Go in with black pepper. Add salt if you need to. And you're going to make sure to cook that potato about 90%. Then we're going to add some shrimp, okay? Because we need some more shrimp in this. Right here, I'm adding just a little fresh nutmeg. This is going to add some lovely flavor. Remember, we're not making porridge, so we're not adding a lot. But adding a little bit of nutmeg, it really enhances the flavor of the chowder. Please make sure you taste this. Add more seasoning if you like, but try not to use a seasoning that's going to overpower your chowder, okay? Don't use Old Bay or, something like that, like Cajun seasoning. Try to use a seasoning that's going to enhance it, not overpower it. For most people making a chowder, they might add some bacon in the beginning when they're cooking the shrimp, right? But I'm not using any bacon today, so I'm going in with some smoked paprika, and that's going to add some of that smoky flavor to the chowder. So add that to taste. Then I'm going in with some raw diced shrimp because you want every spoonful of this chowder to have a bite of shrimp, okay? So don't be stingy. Add that shrimp in there. Allow it to cook. So the potatoes were cooked about 90%. So now you just need to simmer this some more to cook that shrimp. Taste your soup, adjust the flavor if you need to, and make sure everything is cooked thoroughly. Then you want to serve this up. It is so delicious, guys. I just garnish with a little more paprika on top, sprinkle it there, and then some green onions, and then the cooked large shrimp on top. That is it. Rich, creamy, comforting, delicious. Please give the recipe a try and let me know what you think, guys. See you next time. Bye bye.